What's going on, everyone? I am Josh with 625 Media, and it is once again Workout Wednesday. Time to break a sweat, and I don't mean an actual sweat. Although, if you're thinking about what we're going to talk about today, you might be breaking a financial sweat. Real estate, buying a home, it can be stressful. I went through it almost a year and a half ago, and I still get stressed out thinking about it. It can be tough, but when it comes to the things that we see about real estate and the advertisements that draw you in to download this app or go with this realtor, there's a lot of different language and tone that goes into making you feel comfortable with that big of a financial commitment, because it is a big financial commitment. Why don't we try to work on our skills to make others make big financial commitments by buying real estate? That's what we're going to do. So there are going to be some real estate sample scripts today. I know it's not really house buying season, but if we practice now, come spring, we'll be ready. So let's get the scripts up. Let's get going. All right, so the wonderful people at Voices.com have thought of everything, because they've even got real estate scripts, and that's where we've gone back to today. Again, so gracious to let us use these as part of our Workout Wednesday. And they've got several here. I don't know that I want to read all of them, but let's go through a few of them and kind of see what's going on here. I have a feeling that some of them are female-oriented, some of them are male-oriented. I know that sounds a little, I don't know, not with the times, because everything should be equal and all of that, but we still have writing for just females and still have writing for just males. So as I'm kind of scrolling through here, so let's go through the first one here. Real estate voiceover script example 1. Specialized realty real estate agents. All right, client, specialized realty real estate agents. That is a mouthful for a company name. Voice age young adults. Okay, so I don't know that I fit that, but I'm going to try it anyway. Male or female. Specialized Realty is a newer real estate agency that has seen success in Texas or reaching out in the tri-state area. Additionally, business is branching out to include listings for family-oriented rental properties as well as properties for sale. This commercial is targeted to raise awareness of Specialized Realty's new service among families in the real estate rental market. Okay. The typical client that enlists the services of a real estate agency to help find rental property has little to do with age, size of family, or budget, and much more to do with time. The service appeals most to busy people, no matter if they're busy with kids, career, or both. We want them to know that they don't have to do all the legwork. Okay, so is that necessarily important? I mean, it is in the scheme of things when we're trying to get it out there as the message, but I guess it just gives you insight on who they are. You know, they're all about, making sure that busy people know that they can work with a realtor too. As a 30-second radio commercial, you only have these busy people's attention for a moment on the drive home from work. The right voice for this project will be proud and professional, upbeat enough to keep their attention, but not so much that the busy listener will change the channel halfway through. So they want it upbeat, they want it proud. So they don't want a full-out announcer voice. So to read the first line, what they're probably not looking for is, tired of sitting through classified ads and online directories to find your new home rental? They probably don't want that. So let's give it a shot. 30-second real estate voice over script sample. Here we go. Tired of sitting through classified ads and online directories to find your new home rental? Do you know you can hire a real estate agent to help you pinpoint the most suitable units for you and your family? Relieve the stress of finding units and setting up viewings. Connect with one of our trusted real estate agents that specializes in finding rental homes. Visit specializedrealty.com to learn more. So I felt like I got very announcery there. Let's try that again. I'm tired of sitting through classified ads on online directories to find your new home rental? Did you know that you can hire a real estate agent to help pinpoint the most suitable units for you and your family? Relieve the stress of finding units and setting up viewings. Connect with one of our trusted real estate agents that specializes in finding rental homes. Visit specializedrealty.com to learn more. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's definitely some times where I could feel that announcer, because for some reason that's what I revert to whenever I do something like this. But I felt like it was proud, it was upbeat, it was confident. I think confident might be a better term there, but somebody wrote this and some marketing director, put that together, so they know better than me. I just need to read it, right? But yeah, that might be a good one to practice, being less of an announcer and more of a confident human, if that makes sense. So let's move on. See here, this one's 1 minute. I'd like to do another 30-second one here. All right, here's another 30-second. Real estate voiceover script example 3. Renting rooms realty. So voice age, again, we're at young adult, male or female. Job description: the bricks and mortar real estate agency Homeowners First has expanded their service to an online platform. So they used to just have a storefront, and now they have an online platform called rentingroomsrealty.com. It helps to inspire homeowners in Chicago and the Great Lakes area to become landlords by starting off with room rentals rather than having to invest in a separate property. Okay. Art direction: the right voice for this project would be crisp, articulate, and dynamic. The clear delivery of information is most important aspect of this commercial. And I can't even read the art direction fully. But we'd also like someone to breathe life into it, giving it personality. So that tells me that it's probably a little dry, and they need someone to use their own energy to breathe life into it. I'm going to need to breathe life into my mouth before we get into it. But internet ad, articulate, dynamic, U.S. Midwest, so Chicago, Great Lakes. So I'm from Central Ohio, so we're talking just a little bit north of me. So a little bit, not twang, but more, I guess, more Norwegian? I don't know. You've always dreamed of having a rent. You've always dreamed of having rental income. But buying rental property? Well, that's a tall order. Capitalize on the space you're... Whoa! Why can't I read this? Let's try that again. Articulate, me, not so much. You've always dreamed of having rental income, but buying a rental property? Well, that's a tall order. Capitalize on the space in your own home instead. Rent out that spare bedroom with ease with Renting Rooms Realty. Through Renting Rooms Realty, you can earn your landlord license and connect with local landlords in your area to help you vet prospective tenants. We're empowering the everyday homeowner to become an extra... Oh, you're empowering me to sew my mouth shut, because nobody wants to hear this. Through Renting Rooms Realty, you can earn your landlord's license and connect with local landlords in your area to help you vet prospective tenants. We're empowering the everyday homeowner to become an extraordinary landlord. Visit rentingroomrealty.com for more information. That's how I feel about it. I think it's because I struggled with it so much going through it. Articulate, dynamic. Let's try that again. Let's go a little bit slower. I have a feeling that I'm just reading it quickly. So I'm looking at the timeline. Maybe not so quick. Let's try it one more time. You've always dreamed of having a rental income. There's no A there. You've always dreamed of having rental income, but buying a rental property? Well, that's a tall order. Capitalize on your space. Capitalize on the space in your own home instead. Rent out that spare bedroom with ease with Renting Rooms Realty. Through Renting Rooms Realty, you can earn your landlord license and connect with local landlords in your area to help you vet prospective tenants. We're empowering the everyday homeowner to become an extraordinary landlord. Visit rentingroomrealty.com for more information. Yeah, not sure that one's for me, but again, that's only the second time I've read that script. So maybe with a few read-throughs, maybe, just listening to it back, I'll find the right tone for that. But I don't know articulate and dynamic. I think those two together for me, especially reading it for the first time, just wasn't a good mix. Doesn't mean we can't get there. And I think with some practice of this script particularly, I think it definitely gets where we need it to go. So real estate, you're really there to not only make people feel like they're going to find their next home, you're going to be able to help them navigate the scary world that is buying a home. That first script that we read through really was about that, but it was also about showing people that, you had options to help. We have options to help you find a rental home. Because a lot of people rent now too. And it's not like it's a recent phenomenon. I rented for a long time before I bought this home. It wasn't geared toward that helpful, calming feeling, though. It was geared toward busy people. So the one thing we should probably take from that script is that we go into it thinking, yeah, okay, real estate, it's, buying a home, it's very stressful, we want to put them at ease, and then we get to the direction, it's like, we're gearing this towards busy people who don't have time for this. So it's really more of we need to instill confidence that we can take care of everything while you lead your life. So two totally different concepts there. Don't assume because of your experience or what you would think you would want to hear from an advertisement or a piece on something that you've been through is the way that they're going to want you to do it. And that was a perfect example of that. There's also that second script that we read, the articulate and energizing. Sometimes directions can get in your way, and I think that would have been a good example of really understanding what those directions mean to the people who have written that. Articulate to me is a mixture of how well you speak, but how smartly you speak or how intelligently you speak, the word choice that you use. The script itself didn't necessarily, to me, say articulate. I mean, it's not that it was poorly written, it just wasn't incredibly smart. There's also that energizing, because I'm trying to be articulate at the same time. That can be difficult because you want to make sure that you at least sound articulate, even if the wording isn't meeting your own definition. I don't consider myself incredibly articulate, but that script was kind of plain. So it's really about finding the tone there rather than going back and saying, hey, rewrite this because it's not articulate to my standards. Because it may be articulate to their standards. If you go back to the person that wrote that, see, not very articulate. If you go back to the person that wrote that and say, hey, that's not articulate, you may offend them and then lose that job. So be careful with that. But make sure it's more about tone and delivery than it is the words you're actually saying. but a fun exercise, and actually very, very deep exercise to consider those things. To this point, we hadn't had anything like that, even though it's something as basic as real estate. I mean, we all know what real estate is. We all know what a realtor is. I think we all understand what buying a house means. You give money to someone to have a structure on a piece of land. But the lessons that we learn from these scripts are very, very good lessons. And I hope that you can take some of that away from this with you. So, now that you're all going to go buy houses, that's all we've got for Workout Wednesday this week. Please make sure you're following us on social media. They're all on the screen right now. I'm not going to say them all because they have nice little logos, and we are trained to know what those logos are. Or maybe it's the first time you've ever been on the internet. Go look up those logos. Google those logos. It's getting late here in the attic. I'm Josh for 625 Media, coming to you from the attic. I'll see you next time.